Yeah, let's start the show.
Hey, man, that's cheesy, man. Hey, check out the 1776 T-shirt in the flag action. Yeah, check out my T-shirt. They can only be bought at officialhodgetwins.com. Remember, every time you shop our website, use discount code ChineseVirus. I give you 20% off. Yeah, let's start the show.
That's how we pay the bills.
Yeah. All right. Amy Coney Barrett Hearns. Right?
Yeah.
All right, so she not doing that thing trying to get confirmed. Oh, she getting confirmed.
Oh, she getting confirmed. It's just a matter of time. It's not a matter of if. It's when.
Oh, she getting confirmed.
Oh, it's going down.
You hear that, lefties? She getting confirmed.
Yeah.
But anyway, Senator from Hawaii, Hirono. Senator Hirono.
Hirono.
That's an amazing woman now.
That's an amazing name.
Check out her line of questioning
for the judge to be.
Part of my responsibility as a member of this committee, and indeed all of the committees on which I sit, to ensure the fitness of nominees for a lifetime appointment to the federal bench or to any of the other positions for any of the committees on which they appear. I ask each nominee these two questions, and I will ask them of you. Since you became a legal adult, have you ever made unwanted requests for sexual favors or committed any verbal or physical harassment or assault of a sexual nature?
No, Senator Hirono.
Have you ever faced discipline or entered into a settlement related to this kind of conduct?
No, Senator.
You use the term sexual preference to describe those in the LGBTQ community. And let me make clear, sexual preference is an offensive and outdated term. It is used by anti-LGBTQ activists to suggest that sexual orientation is a choice. It is not. Sexual orientation is a key part of a person's identity. That sexual orientation is both a normal expression of human sexuality and immutable was a key part.
Just had to go there, huh? Have you ever sexually assaulted anyone? I could look at this woman and tell she has never sexually assaulted someone.
Yeah.
I could actually look at her. When you see somebody that's like sexually assaulted people, you can look at them like, something's wrong with this dude.
Yeah, when you see somebody like, hey, this dude is sketchy. This dude like he forcefully has sex with women.
Yeah.
When you look at Amy Coney Barrett, I mean,
I see professional.
Yeah.
But then she goes into this sexual preference. Now, first thing first, they're straight people. Before I go any further, y'all need to understand something.
Y'all are hateful.
Y'all some damn bigots.
Yeah.
Y'all full of bigotry.
Yeah, you using a bunch of outdated terms.
Yeah, that's offensive to homosexuals. Y'all wrong for that. Now, see, I did not know this.
Yeah.
Was a thing. Like she said, sexual preference, that's an outdated term, and it's offensive. And the reason why that term is offensive, because it implies that there is a choice when it comes to how you want to get off.
Yeah.
Right?
You have a choice of whether who you want to have sex with, whether it's a man or woman. It's involuntary. Your sexual orientation, like, for me,
they say you have an orientation, a sexual orientation, not a preference. Go ahead.
Right. Like I have a sexual orientation for females.
Yeah. Like I love to penetrate women.
Yeah.
Like dudes.
That's not a choice you have to make. It's involuntary.
Yeah, it's just as soon as I see her,
Yeah.
I ain't even got to think about it. Just something starts happening.
Yeah.
I get some tingling sensations.
Yeah. It's not a choice you have to make. That's how you're wired.
That's
you don't
how
have
you're
to
wired.
make a choice. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they mean by sexual orientation.
But still, my sexual orientation is I prefer women.
No, it's your orientation. You don't prefer anything. It's not a choice you have to make. Stop being a bigot. You know you are one hateful straight person. Your body is full of hate. You're just a horrible person.
Hold up.
That's your orientation. You don't have to. Like I see a beautiful woman walk down the street, I'm like, oh, man. It's not a choice I have to make. My body involuntarily wants to mate with that.
Man, you sound like a creep.
You sound like Joe Biden.
You crazy as hell.
Hey, Hunter Biden.
All right, okay. Let's dig.
That's what they're trying to say.
Yeah, let's delve into this. Okay, my orientation. That's the correct term, orientation.
That's according to the LGBTQ, the gay community. That's the word you should use.
Okay, so my orientation, I prefer women, but that's also my preference.
No, man, you bigot. You evil straight press. That's your orientation, man. Show some sympathy for the LGBTQ, man. Show some love, man. Have an open mind for these people, man.
You crazy as hell. All right, look here, my orientation.
But don't y'all get it out there? Are you following us? It's an orientation. According to the LGBTQ community.
I get that. I get that. But why is the word preference offensive? Like, I prefer women.
Right.
My sexual orientation is I like women.
Right.
So it means I prefer women. Why is the word prefer, why is that offensive to anybody?
It's a gay thing. You wouldn't understand. You know how when white people ask you real difficult question, black folks, you said, well, it's a black thing. You wouldn't understand. You're white.
I'm trying to.
You know what the thing I find, and I'm an open-minded person. I don't have hate in my heart for anybody, whether you're black, white, gay, straight, transgender, or anything. The more I delve into the LGBTQ community, I start to see things that, you know, I'm following you on the orientation. I mean, it's starting to make sense. I'm doing my part. I'm trying over here. But the thing that I don't get and I don't understand is there's over 100 genders right now. You can have a choice when it comes to your gender. You can have a preference for your gender, but you can't have a preference for your sexuality or who you're attracted to. That's not a choice. That's the thing that, you know, gets me. I mean, if you ask me the word preference, if somebody said I prefer to sleep with women and that's my preference, that doesn't offend me. Using preference and interchangeably with orientation, I mean, it's like a word game. It's a word play.
Yeah, you just playing on words like that.
Yeah.
Merriam-Webster, they just changed to the definition sexual preference.
Yeah.
They added to the dictionary that just because of these hearings and what happened the other day,
Right.
they added to the definition of preference that it's offensive when talking about homosexuals.
Yeah.
That's offensive. I mean, seriously, that offends you.
Another thing, the LGBT community, gay community, another question I want to ask.
Man,
I just
they
brought
ain't
up,
here to
I
answer.
just brought up the 100 gender thing. That's a choice. Like when y'all call me a cisgender male, which means you straight people, if you don't know, if you're a biological male and you recognize yourself as a male, you're not male. You're a cisgender male. That's a choice.
Yeah.
I could use this. I could do the same thing, y'all. I could say I'm not a cisgender male. I'm a male. That's offensive to me. You see what I'm going? I mean, y'all saying that the word preference is offensive to you. The term cisgender, I'm not saying it does, could be offensive towards me.
Yeah, but you wouldn't say that. You would just say it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I would just say it was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me say this.
Yeah.
I mean, orientation, preference, I just think they synonyms, personally, to me. Like, I have a preference, no, I got a preference for women. That's right. I use the word preference.
Yeah.
I'm straight. I get to do that.
Yeah.
But hold up. Let me do some talking. But when I refer to you, I can't use the word preference.
Yeah.
I have to use orientation. Look here. If I was stuck on an island, right, 10 years, I ain't got nothing with nobody. My preference is women. But I'm telling you what, 10 years on the island, I got to penetrate something. I don't care if it's a damn coconut. That's a choice.
According to them, yeah. Yeah. Because you have an orientation for females. Since you ain't got no females,
Your
you had to
orientation
make a
can
choice.
change.
You had to make a choice to have sex with this coconut.
But what I'm saying is your orientation can change. Everybody's a product of their environment.
yeah,
Yeah.
Everybody is a product of their environment. Your sexual orientation can change. If you're on an island for 10 years, hold on. If you're on an island for 10 years, those coconuts gonna start looking sexy. All you gotta do is put a hole in it. It's got all that milk in there.
Man, come on, man.
I'm sorry, Christians. Like
Hey,
I had a
let me say
conversation. Let me say one other thing.
All right.
My first job out of the military, I worked in this warehouse with a bunch of Mexicans, right? Well, there was no Mexicans. Some of them was from Guadalajara. There was Guatemalans. There's some El Salvadorans.
You could easily confuse them for the same race.
I mean, seriously, they all, they pretty much look the same.
Yeah,
you know?
like if you took a Korean person, a Japanese person, I don't know the difference.
You know what I'm saying? But I worked
I'm
at...
sorry if I offended anybody.
No, I
It's
didn't.
just-
I mean, just
Yeah.
saying, they do. I mean,
Yeah,
but anyway,
Yeah.
Guatemalans, El Salvadorans, they
Yeah,
look
yeah.
very, very similar. They're like almost twins. But anyway, I had this conversation with this dude. I worked in the warehouse, my first job out of the Marine Corps, and this dude that got out of jail, right? He got his job through a tip agency. Long story short, he was in there for 5 years. He told me,
Let me tell you, man.
he told me, right? A lot of the dudes in there, they was participating in some homosexual activity. Even though they were straight. He told me that's what he did. I got off the conversation because he got that little light in his eyes like he thought I was cute or something. So I got off the conversation. But he also said, and so I asked him, I think it was a couple days later. I asked him, I said, hey, I learned something the other day from you. So you're not gay though, right? You're straight. You just had to do what you had to do. He said, yeah, I'm straight. But I tell you what, if I run into a dry spell and a homosexual want to get off with me, I'm going to go ahead and take care of business. I said, but that don't make you straight. He said, what you call me?
Hey, look here.
Your orientation can change, which
Yeah.
insinuates what?
A
It's
preference.
a choice. That's all I'm saying.
Now, look, if you're gay and I offended you, don't be offended. Just because you're offended don't mean you're right. I mean, we have
Doesn't
to
make
sit-
you wrong.
It doesn't make me wrong. I might be wrong. You might be right. I don't know. When we sit down and have a conversation, we debate about these things. We need to listen to each other. Like I learned something from you gay people. I have an orientation for females, right? But if I'm in your gay experience with your gay friend, wherever
I didn't have a gay experience. It was his gay experience.
Man, that dude at least bisexual. I'm just looking at it from our point of view. We all have different lifestyles. Don't be offended if something comes off, uneducated or
That's
Killer
what
form.
Amy
Killer
was
form.
not trying to offend anybody.
Yeah,
A lot of people,
Yeah.
a preference just means you have a liking for something. Like I have a preference for chocolate ice cream. It doesn't mean I won't go for vanilla or strawberry from time to time.
Yeah.
I just have a preference.
I have a preference for a Dodge Challenger sports car over a Ford Mustang. Now I know these two. I mean, that's a preference I have. I don't want to confuse the things, but
Which
the
is a
word
choice.
Preference. The word preference should not offend anybody. If you're living your life a gay lifestyle and you're a gay man, and I insinuate you have the preference for men, I mean, why would you be offended over that?
like when I use the word preference, I'm implying that that's how you're wired.
Yeah.
That's how you're wired. I'm wired.
That's your orientation as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
both
how
those
you-
words pretty much can mean the same thing.
Anyway, long story short, Amy Coney Barrett, she's getting confirmed.
Trump 2020.
That was a damn good show.
Yeah. Go to officialhodgetwins.com and pick you out a patriotic t-shirt today. Hell, I'm even giving you 20% off. Just type in discount code Chinese virus. We call it Chinese because it's from China. We making t-shirts great again. Yeah.